Hey guys, your boy DJ Cave, and we are at Skratchlab DJ Academy. Now, I have this beautiful setup right here in front of me, the XDJ XZ. And I'm gonna show you the key features to using a cool DJing equipment like this. And also, this video is intended to be your video notes, a revision note, more like, for you to go back and revise. So you have to scroll up and down. Anytime you have a doubt, look into these videos, and I'm sure they're going to be of great use to you and a lot of help in understanding the art of DJing. And I'm super excited. So let's go right into it. How to DJ with DJ Cave at Skratchlab DJ Academy. All right, the first most important thing is how to cue. The first fundamentals. Here we go, the basics. How to cue. Now, what is a cue? It's a button. It's an orange button right above the green button. So, C-U-E. So when I have my finger on it, it plays, and when I take it off, it stops playing. Now why is that? Well, how do I explain this in a single video? Right, I'm gonna do this as quick as possible, so listen carefully. Cue, and I press play, and I take my fingers off. Magic, it's playing. Why do I need to know how to use a cue? Well, it's a very important feature in DJing. It's something that you do at the very beginning of every track. Something that you might do at the beginning of every track, right? Now, how do you play? The next button, the play button. It's a green button. You play, you press play, and you press pause. The music stops. Play/pause. Now, I just activated the CDJ mode, and when I activate the CDJ mode and when I press play, there's a stutter. Tat, 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 tat. So, it's normal. It's not, does not mean that your equipment is broken. This is because the play is now paused. If I play, it plays. If I pause, it stutters. Why? Because the play and the cue are connected in a way. Now, this helps you to efficiently cue the correct way. Now, cueing means changing the position of your song, the start position of your song. So if I want to change my start position and go to some point else, say for example right now, here, I just changed the cue point. I can do it again, I can change it again. That's cueing and play. Next, the tempo slider. When I push this down, it speeds up. When I push this up, it slows down. So that's the tempo, speed. Something that you notice, which I notice, is that every time I speed up or every time I slow down, the pitch changes. Now, for example, I'm fast. There's a tempo change along with the pitch change. Now, I want to keep my pitch locked while being able to move the speed, the tempo. Now, how do I do that? Simple, one button, master tempo, and that's it. You're done. I'm changing the speed, but the pitch is still the same. Now the real question, what is the pitch? Okay, simple. If I were to talk like this, hi, what's up? My name is DJ Cave, right? This is normal pitch. Zero pitch, which should be here, it's zero. Can you zoom in a bit so I can better explain? So, yeah, so this is a pitch slider. If I were talking like this, my name is DJ Cave. If I go slow, my name is DJ Cave. My name is DJ Cave. And if I have to go fast, my name is DJ Cave. 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 So that's simple. And if I were able to press master tempo on, I can keep my pitch the same way and go, my name is DJ Cave. I can say this slowly while being in pitch, my original pitch. My name is DJ Cave. My name is DJ Cave. Really fast, but still my pitch is the same, right? I hope this example was easy for you to understand. Okay? Now this has been fun. The tempo button, which says +6, +10, +16, and wide, are options where I have a range. +6 would be this, +10 would be this, +16 would be this, and wide would be just crazy out. So I'm going to just demonstrate this for a few seconds. Check this out. That's absolutely zero. That's ridiculously fast. I don't know if anybody would dance to that. I would though. And then you have something that's very simple. The track search and the search button. This is nothing but forward, rewind. Forward, rewind. Change of track. That's it. We're going to go into beat matching right now. So what I did now was a transition, a mix from one track to the other track. Now, how did I do that? Now let's go into the basics. We're still in the basics, right? So let's look at the jog wheel. Now the jog wheel is the hardest to master, right? But it's yet so basic in terms of being able to manipulate the track. Counterclockwise spinning slows as if it's like my brake. It's like I'm pressing my brakes on. Clockwise is like an accelerator. And there is a vinyl mode, which means I can scratch. That's vinyl mode. The awesome feature on this equipment is that we have jog wheel adjustment. You have light and heavy. I like to keep mine somewhere in the middle. What is this? It's just pressure on the jog wheel. If you have it heavy, you will find the jog wheel pretty heavy to move. It's a little heavy. It's like, not really like that, but then it's a little heavy. And if you have it light, it'll spin really fast with just one finger on it, right? So it's a nice feature. So depends on if you have a heavy hand or a light hand or an intermediate hand like mine. You can have your settings, customize your settings. How do you use the jog wheel? Well, you have to understand that you can go really fast, medium speed, and slow speed, 3 speeds. Really fast would be, that's really fast. Medium would be, that's a medium speed. And slow would be, check my calendar. I just bought me one of them richer colors and they boosted my stamina. Now I'm fucking I own the balance. Still guess I just eat that I already dropped your fuck. Yeah, that's how we do it. Now we're gonna go into BPM, beats per minute. Let me cue the track to the first beat. So, BPM, beats per minute. It's simple. You take your phone out or your stopwatch out, go to the clock settings, stopwatch settings, and it's right there. It's the best way to practice. And go 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. And you do that for about 60 seconds, because why? 60 seconds is a minute long, right? So BPM is beats per minute. I know, as a matter of fact, this track is about 103 BPM. Because I'm awesome, I just know it. No, I'm just kidding, because it says 103 BPM. Now, BPM is a tool. You don't have to count BPM manually for each and every track, okay? But it's just something that you know approximately would be great. So this is 103, and 103 BPM should go with 103 BPM song, right? So these both are the same, they're identical, right? The mixer in between helps you do the transition. This guy is the connector between this song and this song, right? So you play one song here and you play another song here. And this helps you to mix, because it's called the mixer. It's as simple as that, okay? Now let's look at the mixer, right? We're into the intermediate mode now. Intermediate level, I would say, would be definitely the mixer operations. So this is the fader. It's a volume control. And this is a filter. It's also a volume control, but it does have a weird, nice sound, which you can call as an effect, right? And then ultimately you have the EQs, the equalizers. You have the lows, you have the mids, and you have the highs. You want to know how it sounds? Let's hear it. Just the lows, okay? I'm going to just have the lows and cut the mids and the highs off. Do you find that bassy sound? So that's just the bass. Nothing right now. I'm going to open up the mids. Mid-range frequencies are something that, you know, when you talk to somebody over the phone, that sound is mid-range. Highs, that's high frequency, right? So I'm going to open up everything. That's equalizers. Now there's another knob on top of the equalizers. That's another knob on top of the high knob of the equalizer. That's called the trim knob. That's a volume control too. If I have to tell you something about the trim, try to keep your trim to 10 o'clock or 11 o'clock. So that's 10 o'clock or 11. Don't go to 12, don't go to 1. 10 is good. And you find this CUE button, Q button here. So you might wonder, there's a Q on the basic setup, the CDJ, and there's a Q on the mixer, right? This Q is my monitor, personal private monitoring Q. Now what's my personal private monitor? My headphones. So when I open this up, you can hear music right here. When I close this, no sound. So I'm going to put this on. Now headphones are important. Why? Because when we mix a song, when we mix a new song in, we already have a track playing. So say for example, I have a track playing out right now. This song, the next song, for example, on the next channel, I'm listening to it secretly and making sure I match the beats. So I just made a mix with my headphones, using my headphones, right? It's a support system. It helps me mix in peace. because otherwise it's going to be really hard to mix without a headphone, in my experience. So I always carry a good pair of headphones, and I recommend you to do the same. Next, I'd like to go into the effects section. The effects section is by far the coolest, right? So I have two effects sections here. One is the sound color effects and the beat effects section right here. Let's look at the simple one first. The sound color effects. I have a filter. I have crush. I have noise. I have sweep. I have dub echo. I have space. Pretty cool, right? Now we're gonna look at some of the effects on the beat effects section. This is really cool. Every time I look at the effects section, it takes my breath away. You know, I just keep staring at it. Like, you have delay, you have echo, you have ping pong, you have blah 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 blah. I don't want to just go into it in words. Let's hear it out, right? Okay. That's the delay effect, echo. Ping pong. Spiral. Reverb. I love reverb. Transformer. Filter. Flanger. Phaser. Pitch. Slip roll. Roll. Vinyl break. Helix. There you go, the effects are done. So we're almost done with the intermediate section, but before we go, we have to look a little more into headphones. Now, how to use the headphones? You take the headphones, you plug it into a headphone jack, simple as that, and press Q, and the loudness control, the volume control for the headphones is right here. So you don't want to have it too high, because if you have it too high, it will hurt your ears and damage your ears. So I always recommend, as a word of caution, to have your headphones on and the volume's pretty low, because you want to save your ears, right? So practice and perform with your headphones volume really low, reasonably low. I know it's hard, but a little bit of practice and you get it. Right. Oh, guess what? I missed out something from the basics, but it doesn't matter, because it could be even used in an intermediate level way. It's called the loops. So let's look at the loops. You have in loop, you have out loop. So before I press that, I'm going to tell you what loop is. Loop is just selecting a piece of a song or a piece of music, a piece of beat, and just taking that and replaying it over and over again. So it's just like replaying something over and over again. So it's a loop. Loop is circle. It goes in a loop. There is no end. So if I were to just, I can go for a tea break and come back after an hour, and you would still hear that loop going on. It makes it non-stop. A loop is non-stop, unless you exit the loop. So you have an exit button right here. That's it. That's the loop. The crossfader is another volume control where it's just basically helps me to do a transition from track A to track B without using the up faders. So I can mix with just one hand, and also helps me scratch, right? So if I have a crossfader, so that's how you work the crossfader. That was just the basics. You can do a lot more with that. Let's look at the pen drive section. So you have two USB slots right here. So I can connect two pen drives, and I can play a song from this one, I can play a song from this one, or I can just play two songs from here. It's up to me. I have a lot of options. And how do you work the pen drive? Well, it's very, very, very easy. Let's look at this. So now let's just look into this and zoom in to this feature right here. Okay, so there are a lot of buttons here. This is my display. I have USB 1, I have USB 2. So I can play songs which are on my pen drive by choosing them. I can scroll up and down, select, and play. All right, now some more advanced stuff. This is how I use a mic. Check, mic off, switch it on. Hello, hello. So most mics have a switch over here, an on-off switch. So when I have a song playing, microphone check, 2, 1, 2. What's up, what's up? How's everybody doing? So I can go full cut, full faded cut, and scream, yo, what's up? How y'all doing tonight? Or I can just scream over it, what's up, what's up? Or I can go half fader, how's everybody doing? These are 3 ways, 3 simple ways. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Everybody, everybody, put your hands up in the air right now.
I got so many family,
Yeah.
I can't never go to count.
Turn it up now.
Say he gon' put some
Yeah,
strings on that, me check my count.
let's go now.
Pop me one of them luncheon colors and it was
So that's how you use a mic. Simple as that. And you have a,
fuck a challenge. All me hoes ain't got
finally, you have one knob, which is the master knob.
panties up. Don't pull your panties up, cause you fuck around.
And I'd like you to zoom into this. This is called the master section.
Look at me, I look like half a million worth of hair. When she look at me, but you ain't gotta fuck with me, my nigga. But you stuck with me. But how you call the cops on me, my nigga? You grew up with me. I don't usually do this.
That's the master meter.
I'm high, but
Just remember one rule. Make sure you do not
I don't usually do this.
go redlining. Do not distort. Do not clip.
I don't usually do this.
It's good for now. It's good right now.
But I'm bold right
But-
now when I need.
Let me fade out. So that's pretty much it. Basic and intermediate level. And if you have any more doubts, ask your coaches at Skratchlab. Ask me, mail me, and let's look into your sticking points and let's sort that out. Okay. And now I'd like to go into the advanced stuff. Mixing, transitions.
Do this less I'm drunk, I'm high, but I'm both right now. Got me talking about my life. I don't usually do this less I'm drunk, I'm high, but I'm both right now. I don't usually do this less I'm drunk, I'm high, but I'm both right now. And I need you in my life. I don't usually do this less I'm drunk, I'm high, but I'm both right now.
Let's go. Pick it up now. Yeah. Turn it up, turn it up. 3, 2, 1. Everybody sing it. Yeah. Hands up now.
Lucky for you, that's what I like. That's what I like.
Say what?
For you, that's what I like. That's what I like.
Let's go, let's go. Alrighty, that's how we do it. That's what I call the advanced stuff. When you know how to play to a crowd, when you know how to cue, loop, mix, use filters, use effects, use EQs, use the faders, use, you know, the pads, use everything. That's where the fun stuff comes. Now, if I want to show you one more thing, it would be the pads in the advanced section, like I just demonstrated. And what are the pads? Well, there are a lot of features. There's hot cue, beat loop, slip loop, beat jump. But the coolest part, and one thing if I had to look into it, would be the slip loop. And throw in a bit of effects. That's a brilliant combination. So the advanced stuff is basically combinations and working different techniques and mixing the techniques, like how you would mix songs. You mix techniques and you balance them out in a nice way, and you present them to your audience in a creative way. Now that's the job of an artist. That's where the advanced stuff comes in. Now, when you do this, you know you're pretty much in the advanced level. Now, even in the advanced level, just like how you have basics, intermediate, advanced, you have basics of the basics, intermediate of the basics, and advanced in basics. So same thing with intermediate. You have basic level and intermediate level. You have like 3 steps to that too. So in every phase, the advanced, basic, and intermediate, the basic, intermediate, and advanced, you have 3 phases. Within that 3 phases, and you have to get good in all those phases, right? So, if you're confused about what I just said, feel free to text me, call me, email me, because the videos are not supposed to be your only source of learning, but as a supplement. That's what this is. It's a supplement, right? What's next would be the mastery level, right? Let's look into the mastery level stuff now. Let's go into mastery. What's up? So this is what I call mastery. You want to know what it is? It's the beautiful art of scratching, turntablism. Now, like I said, even mastery level has its own basics, intermediate, advanced, right? So we're going to look at the basics and intermediate levels of mastery. So, scratching. This is called the baby scratch. 1 forward, 1 backward. The baby. Now, this is called the crab. What am I doing? It's a crab. It's like my fingers are walking across the fader like a crab. Three fingers. The crab. Now transformers. So what am I doing? I'm opening the fader and closing it really fast. Transformer scratch. Scribble scratch. Military scratch. Lasers. Bubble taps. Snake scratch. The Uzi scratch. So it's like a scribble, and I'm doing a baby on the record. Twiddle scratch. These are called the flares. Now you have a 1-click flare, you have a 2-click flare, you have a 3-click flare. 1-click flare would be 1 click. So you'll slice the note. 2-click. 3-click. You have the stab scratches. And you have the chirp scratches. So 1 forward, 2 backward. Now you can do combinations. Record hand movements with fader hand. Now super combinations. So that was multiple combinations. That was a pattern. That was a freestyle pattern where I used crabs, twiddles, scribbles, you name it. Like a lot of techniques. So that's how it's got to sound. Scratching is like a conversation. You don't talk A, B, C. You don't say H-O-W, A-R-E-Y-O-U, do you? You say, how are you? So you have to mix it up and present it like a language to your audience. To attain this would take mastery level skills. And this is beyond DJing, it's turntablism. That's mastery. And coming back to DJing, If there was one thing I would give you, one advice to take away today would be the most important thing about DJing, which is it's not the mixing, it's not even the scratching, it's not about the effects, it's about the next track you play. Yeah, that's it, there you go. It's the next track you play. Why? Because people need to dance, and the next track you play will determine whether they're gonna sit down, go to sleep, or dance. And it's just not about just making people dance, but it's about taking them through a journey. Sometimes they're gonna have to jump, sometimes they're gonna break it down and groove a bit, and you're gonna take them through a process of over an hour to 2 to 3, depending on your venue, depending on your set timings, right? So the next track that you're gonna play is going to make or break your set, respectfully. And thank you very much for watching. This is DJ Cave from Skratchlab. Hey guys, what's up? So I just got done with the basic, intermediate, and advanced and mastery level of DJing, right? So now I want to go back into the advanced levels of DJing if I haven't covered it already. So I've just written it down. Advanced levels would be a lot more than just skills. It's about performance. So something like, you know, being able to draw a state from within, and law of state transference. Now, when you're DJing, you know, once you have your mixing covered, you have your beat matching covered, you have your scratching covered, you know, you got to go back into being a performer, right? So what is a performer? Entertainer, making your audience. You have an audience, you're the entertainer, you're the showman. You're supposed to have a certain energy about you, right? So you cannot always be like, yeah, I want to do my thing. You cannot always have this pumped up energy. You're gonna go about living your life just talking normally, you know, having a cup of tea and just being cool. But at times you have to pump it up, and you have to be like, yeah, let's fuck this shit up right now. Everybody make some noise. You have to do that. So you have to have a dynamic range to work with. So you have to make sure that you're able to scream, you're able to smile at all times, you know, have a nice smile, and entertain your audience, right? So that's very, very, very important, is being able to understand the basics of the advanced. I know it sounds contradicting, but it's the basics of advanced level. That is, being able to jump, being able to smile, being able to move, you know, understanding the lyrics of a song, right? Smiling at the crowd, pointing at the crowd, jumping on the table, getting on the table, jumping. You've seen all the DJs do that, right? So you have to be able to do that. Now, what are the other advanced, super advanced stuff? You have to be able to promote yourself in the right way. So how do you promote yourself the right way? Now, I've written a bit of stuff right here. So you have to have a good sense of fashion. You need to know where to shop. So basics, shop from Zara's, shop from H&M if you don't know, if you're unsure, because you cannot go wrong with Zara's and H&M. So there's a link about Zara, and there's a link about to H&M clothing. Check it out. And you have equipment, Pioneer, Native Instruments. There you go. These two brands are kick-ass, so get one of them. If you want to know what to get, if you're a beginner, go for a DDJ 400 from Pioneer, or a DDJ SB3. Right now we're in 2020, so these are the hottest equipment from Pioneer. And if you love Tractor, go for the Tractor S2 and the new model, the Tractor S4. Branding. Man, you have Facebook, you have Instagram, you have TikTok. These three are kick-ass. Get on them. Download them, they're free. Put them on your phone and start shooting. Put out content. That's the best. How do you put out content? Just like how I'm doing right now. I have a Canon camera in front of me, and I'm shooting. I have a mic right now, right? I have my equipment. So put it on, showcase your skills, There you go. That's how to brand. Now, how to get work as a DJ? A lot of people ask me that. How to get work is simple. You guys have to understand that you cannot be modest. Forget modesty. Modesty would get you broke, right? You have to be, even if you're not an extrovert. I understand that because I used to be an introvert, right? I wouldn't talk much, but then I was fed up being a broke-ass DJ sitting at home with no gigs. And I realized that you have to get yourself out there. So you have to go out and say, best, right? Because Muhammad Ali said he was the best. He said, I am the best. I am number one, right? So I have to say, I am the number one turntablist. Because why? Because nobody has to say so. Because I said so, right? That's more than enough. So if you believe you're the best DJ in your area, go out and say it out with pride that I am the best. That's the best way to market yourself and brand yourself. And how do you go about networking? Simple. Shake the person's hand and say, hey man, I'm better than your existing DJ. Hire me. Yeah, I said it. That's how you go. Because you're going to be talking to a club promoter, a club manager, a club owner. And they already have a DJ. Trust me. But you know what? You're better than them. And you have 30 seconds to convince them that you're better than their existing DJ. Okay? So that's how you do it. You gotta go all in. Confidence, man, because nobody's confident these days. Just be confident. You're the best. Remember that. You're from Skratchlab. You're DJ Cave's friend. That's enough, right? How else to get work as a DJ? Put a lot of content, put a lot of videos, record yourself, buy a good equipment, practice, record, showcase it. Let people know that you're good. Drama and troubleshooting. Well, yeah, we all know how it is. But the thing about Skratchlab is that I like to address it. I like to address the fact that there are a lot of people who just bullshitters, man. You know, they have no skills, but they just talk a lot. Stay away from them. One piece of advice with drama is that I tell all my students to keep their mouth closed and ears open. Don't say anything, because you might be, baited into talk, right? You don't want to make enemies on your way up. So just make a lot of friends, positive vibes, smile, interact, share value, give value. Don't be the guy who's taking. Don't ask too many questions to your senior DJs, because it can be annoying, because it's just that nobody wants to, keep repeating the same questions over and over again. And just give feedback, add statements, say that you're awesome, instead of going like, how long did it take you to become a DJ? No, just tell them you're awesome. I'm sure it would have taken a long time. I don't know how long. And just offer value. Take them out for lunch. Take them out for tea. Don't try to be needy. Try to give value. That's the best way, if you ask me. Troubleshooting, always have an emergency pack. Have your, if you're carrying headphones, that small connector that comes in the end of the headphones. I don't have it right now. It's on the other table. I don't want to grab to get it, but take a spare of that, because a lot of DJs lose that. I lose my headphones too. Take a spare headphones. Take pen drives, because you need to take a backup of your music in case it breaks. And take, what else would you take? Cables, RCA cables would be great. Always carry an extra pair of RCA cables. And yeah, that pretty much sums to what we've spoken about earlier, right? So there you go. If you guys have any additional questions, please feel free to mail me at mail@skratchlab.com. And that's style and fashion, equipment, branding, how to network, how to get work as a DJ, drama and troubleshooting. And I know I've been speaking really fast, but I have to, because we had to cover a lot in a few minutes. Because we are awesome, because we're from Skratchlab. Keep practicing. Peace.
Yeah.